Finally, let's get it.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Alright. What was I doing? Yeah, they ain't really giving me no missions or nothing like that. Let me go hide them.
It's always a pleasure to see. Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar.
Gonna be part of Legion? Alright.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment. You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that rest. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to four voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea... I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture. Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the great Khans. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the Longhouse. I would too, if I were you.
Evening.
What more do you want? Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor. Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the great Khans.
Yeah, he full of poop.
Enough! How dare you compare Caesar's finest to this tribe of savages?
Oh.
The mightiest great Khan is scarce... The burned man would leave their mightiest shitting themselves in terror. I would. You motherless...
Great Khans. Drop. Hey!
Dang, overkill.
Ah.
What a shame.
bad guys dealt with.
Huh? F it. Ain't anything done. Sure didn't check this part.
How's it going? You can ask, but why would I do that? Carl told me all about the life in the... What? No, he... What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that? That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. All right, you've got a deal.
How's my most favoritist? Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just... Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we've got each other, we don't... Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kopashishi. Yeah, okay. Me and Diane got your back.
I don't know how I'm gonna get that.
Awe. I am Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to... You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the Dissolute to see him. Not even try. All who are not Legion are Dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the sub... They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth...
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains. Well, at least the mess is ours to clean up. Wait a minute. Am I going crazy, or are you actually suggesting... It's a good thing to be, but you may want to close the floodgates once you see how Caesar runs things.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also... Your belongings...
All right.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. Thanks. No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona. Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off.
I had to step away real quick.
Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time. I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second-in-command.
Excuse me.
Give me cause, profligate.
Excuse me.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
Okay, let's go.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries.
When the time comes, I'll be the one to kill you.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I still got. Ooh, I gotta do them level 2.
Awe.
You here to fight in the arena? Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who all matches continue.
True to Caesar. When the time comes, I'll be the one to kill you.
When the time comes, I'll be the one to kill you.
If you're injured, I might have... I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to... I'm always running low on Xan... Oh, I've been using 2 roots for flour. Thanks to you. For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some healing powder every day, but you'd have to be a friend of the Legion. A small town in New Mexico. The Legion burned it a few years back. That's how I ended up here. 3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught. We're property. If you're too young or too old,
Dang.
The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it.
Alright.
Awe, true to Caesar. True to Caesar. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. You must enter Caesar's... Awe, true to Caesar.
It was good.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. Is it any wonder my legion has so little love for you? So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking? Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you do. A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question... Oh, I'll give you the platinum chip. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dane. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard. Down the hill at the west edge of... Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil. Now that same sigil is on the... Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet.
Ow.
What a load of Brahmin sh... Well, yeah. Right. What did I expect? The man's a megalomaniac. He acts like this is some preordained cycle we're returning to. Of all the people who could learn from our past mistakes, he goes and throws all of our knowledge off a cliff. Instead of trying to learn from the past, he recreates it, runs back over the same old barren ground.
Our way, true to...
Hey, bro, you talking awfully a lot now.
Lead the to Kaiser.
Oh, they loaded.
Our way. You must enter Kaisar's tent. Up.
We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker. Not before.
Our way, true to Kaiser. Our way. True to Kaiser.
Oh, wow. Oh, I forgot to pick my team up.
What's up? It could be better. But really,
You for sure ain't saying nothing, though.
Had the legionaries at Nelson been more seasoned, Caesar.
None may enter without Caesar.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be... Caesar has put a lot...
Our way, true to Caesar.
Are we being watched?
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip. That you were searched very thoroughly when you arrived at the fort is a certainty. And as the chip is a little too large to be secreted away, I also regard it a certainty that the chip was discovered, taken from you, and given to Caesar, who returned 2 + 2 = 4. Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker. But that's not going to happen, because I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the staff. I like to think you have...
Sneaking done. Fighting now. Bad guys dealt with. Ready, steady, fighting. That's all. Ready, steady, fighting. Bad guys dealt with. Ready, steady,
Here we go.
Wow.
Well, I need you to manually up. There's a complication. That means I can't.
Uh-oh. Bad guys dealt with.
Move along, please.